Top 15 Essential Questions for New PYP Teachers. Starting your journey as a new PYP teacher can be both exciting and challenging. The PYP, a curriculum framework designed by the IB for students aged 3 to 12, emphasizes the development of the whole child as an inquirer, both in the classroom and beyond. To help you navigate this journey, we have compiled a comprehensive guide addressing 15 essential questions. These questions cover crucial aspects of the PYP, from understanding its philosophy and framework to practical strategies for planning, instruction, assessment, and continuous professional growth. This guide aims to provide you with practical insights and actionable steps to effectively implement the PYP and create a dynamic and inclusive learning environment for your students. On what is the philosophy behind the Primary Years Program, PYP? PYP Philosophy centers on developing the whole child as an inquirer, both in the classroom and the world beyond. It emphasizes nurturing independent learning skills, encouraging global citizenship, and fostering a love for lifelong learning. Practically, this means creating a learning environment where students ask questions, engage in exploration, and reflect on their learning processes. 2. How is inquiry-based learning integrated into the PYP curriculum? Inquiry-based learning in the PYP involves students actively participating in their learning journey by asking questions, investigating, and constructing their understanding. Practically, this means starting units with a provocation to spark curiosity, using the inquiry cycle, tuning in, finding out, sorting out, going further, making conclusions, and taking action, and providing opportunities for student-led investigations and research projects. 3. What are the key components of the PYP framework? The PYP framework includes 6 transdisciplinary themes: who we are, where we are in place and time, how we express ourselves, how the world works, how we organize ourselves, and sharing the planet. The curriculum is guided by key concepts, including form, function, causation, change, connection, perspective, responsibility, and reflection. Approaches to learning, or ATL skills, and action are integral parts. Teachers should design learning experiences that incorporate these elements, creating connections across all subject areas. 4. How can I effectively plan and execute a transdisciplinary unit? Start by selecting a central idea that is broad and significant, connecting multiple subject areas. Develop lines of inquiry and questions that guide student exploration. Plan activities and assessments that address the central idea and key concepts. Collaborate with colleagues from different disciplines to create cohesive and interconnected learning experiences. 5. How do I develop and use effective lines of inquiry? Lines of inquiry should be crafted to explore different aspects of the central idea. They guide students' investigations and deepen their understanding. Practically, ensure lines of inquiry are open-ended, promote critical thinking, and connect to students' interests and experiences. Use them to structure unit activities and assessments. 6. What are the best practices for differentiating instruction in a PYP classroom? Use a variety of instructional strategies to meet diverse learning needs, such as flexible grouping, offering choices in assignments, and using tiered activities. Regularly assess student progress and adjust instruction accordingly. Incorporate multiple forms of representation, engagement, and expression to cater to different learning styles and abilities. This ensures all students can access the curriculum effectively. 7. How do I assess student learning in PYP? Use formative assessments to monitor ongoing progress and inform instruction, such as observations, informal observations, student reflections, and peer assessments. Summative assessments should evaluate the understanding of the central idea and key concepts, often through projects, presentations, or portfolios. Ensure assessments are varied and allow students to demonstrate their learning in multiple ways. 8. How can I effectively use formative assessments in my classroom? Formative assessments should be ongoing and integrated into daily instruction. Utilize tools such as exit tickets, quizzes, and discussion prompts to assess understanding. Provide timely and specific feedback to guide student improvement. Use the data from formative assessments to adjust teaching strategies and address learning gaps. 9. What role does student reflection play in PYP? Encourage students to regularly reflect on their learning experiences, both individually and as a group. Use reflective journals, self-assessment checklists, and guided discussions. Reflection helps students develop metacognitive skills, understand their learning processes, and identify areas for improvement. It also fosters a growth mindset and encourages continuous learning. 10. How can I foster international-mindedness and intercultural understanding in my students? Integrate global perspectives into your curriculum by exploring diverse cultures, histories, and viewpoints. Use literature, guest speakers, and collaborative projects with schools in other countries. Encourage discussions on global issues and current events, emphasizing empathy, respect, and open-mindedness. 11. What strategies can I use to create a positive and inclusive classroom environment? Establish clear expectations and routines that promote respect and cooperation. Use positive reinforcement and restorative practices to address conflicts. Create a physical and emotional environment where all students feel safe, valued, and included. Incorporate activities that celebrate diversity and build a strong classroom community. 12. How do I incorporate the IB Learner Profile into my teaching practice? Highlight the attributes of the IB Learner Profile in daily activities and discussions. Recognize and celebrate when students demonstrate these attributes. Use them as a basis for setting classroom goals and reflecting on personal growth. 13. How can I effectively integrate the PYP framework into my existing curriculum? Start by mapping your current curriculum to the PYP framework, identifying areas of overlap and gaps. Incorporate the PYP's key concepts, transdisciplinary themes, and approaches to learning into your lesson plans. Collaborate with colleagues to ensure consistency and coherence across grade levels. Regularly reflect on and adjust your teaching practices to align with the PYP philosophy. Continuously review student progress to ensure the PYP framework is effectively supporting their learning. 14. How can I promote student agency in my classroom? Encourage student agency by allowing them to have a voice, make choices, and take ownership of their learning. Encourage them to set their own learning goals. Choose topics of interest for inquiry and reflect on their progress. Create opportunities for students to take on leadership roles and make decisions about classroom activities and projects. 15. How can I continuously grow and develop as a PYP educator? Engage in ongoing professional development through workshops, webinars, and conferences. Join professional networks and learning communities to exchange ideas and resources. Reflect on your teaching practices regularly, seek feedback from colleagues and students, and set personal goals for improvement. Navigating the primary years program as a new teacher can be a transformative experience, both for you and your students. By understanding the foundational principles of the PYP, embracing inquiry-based learning, and integrating key concepts into your teaching practice, you will foster a rich educational environment that promotes critical thinking, global awareness, and lifelong learning. Use this guide as a starting point to delve deeper into each aspect of the PYP and continuously seek opportunities for professional development and collaboration with your colleagues. Remember, your journey as a PYP educator is an ongoing process of growth, reflection, and adaptation. Embrace the challenges and celebrate the successes as you contribute to shaping the future of your students.